Welcome back, PyAgents. In this video, we're going to replace this one with variables from the environment to keep ourselves safe. You can see this as a small primer in cybersecurity because say you want to share this code, upload it to GitHub. We don't want to expose sensitive information. And you're going to see more of these kind of cybersecurity insights as we progress. Anyhow, so the first thing we need to do is we need to open the terminal, which is here, and we need to install a package called install python-dotenv, and we find it there. And we could also refresh our requirements. So anyone downloads this project knows what they have to install, and we have it there. Great. And then we can close this. And there are different ways you can expose environment variables. You can put it in your operating system. We don't want that. We could export them here, but that we have to do that every time we return to this project. So instead, we are going to right-click, new file, create a file called .env. Oh, wait, up here. We'll expose three kind of variables. If we look at our connection string, we have a username, we have a password, and then we have this entire server name. So what can we call it? We call it MongoDB username, and this will be based on the guest role we created earlier, because they only need read and write access. We don't need admin authority there. So, and then we have MongoDB password. And I can paste in the password I used for that guest, and then we could use MongoDB server. And then we can go back here, and we can actually copy that. There we go. And then we come up here. We'll first from .env import a function called load.env. This will load those environment variables. By default, it expects a .env file in the root directory, but you can specify a path if you want to put it somewhere else. Then another library we'll need is os, and with this one we can load the environment variables. So let's say MongoDB username os, and we see there's one getenv, and that's not correct. We use MongoDB. And there, this is also a nice thing with with JetBrains products. It sees that and it helps us autocomplete. And then it can help us complete the other ones as well. And we can save some time. And I guess it won't help me there. There we go. And even if we could have seen them like that. And to verify that this works, let's print them one by one instead, not them all at the same time. Password server, and then we quit because we don't need to do any of the other things before. So let's run it and see, and we see one of them doesn't load, and this is a very unusual bug I discovered. So what I'll do, I'll click on this, go up here, come to the file menu, and then I'll where was I? There should be something called file properties, and we can remove this bomb. Not sure why this happened, but now if we rerun it, it works. It added some character. I don't think it had the right encoding. Never seen that happen on macOS, but oh well. So we know that works, and now we can remove these print statements, and now we can change this. So we'll put the F here so we can format this. We'll replace our username with the username. And then we have the password. We can do the same here, password. And then we can go here and remove that, and we say Mongo server. And now we can verify that this works. I hope it works. Oh, we got those. Can we write? Yo. Yes. And if we go here, there's our guest user. And let's go to our cluster. Browse collections, and we come back here, messages, we have all of them there, even in the new one. Excellent. And now you can do whatever you want. You could share this with your friends through, adding it to GitHub. And we will add this source, we'll add this to GitHub so you all have access to the source code. Until next time, agents. Hey.